Welcome to this episode of On the Record, your official source of information from Bossier Schools.
Let's go on the record!
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior class of 2025 has now left the building. The last bell is rung and graduation is just days away.
They've finished their final exams and are now enjoying senior marches, senior walks, and all the fun events leading up to their walk across the stage to become graduates of Bossier Schools.
We're also celebrating the official opening of 2 school-based health clinics that are already having a positive impact on our students' health outcomes as well as attendance. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for this season's last episode of On the Record with Bossier Schools, end of season 3. I'm Sonia Bales.
I'm Jason Rowland, and can you believe next week we will be graduating the class of 24-25. I cannot believe the school year has flown by, literally.
Super speed.
And here we are at the end of the year and just enjoying all the celebrations that are going on around Bossier Schools.
So I don't know if you have heard this term out there in social media world. They've coined it Maycember, because this is the time of the year when all the end of year school events are happening, graduations, all the things happening at once, kind of like leading up to the holidays. It's a real thing.
So you're saying it's a busy time in Bossier Schools.
It's a busy time of the year, Maycember.
Well, we have a lot to unpack today on OTR, and we are glad you're with us.
Absolutely. So I tell you what, let's start by kind of going in reverse, if you will. Just a couple of weeks ago, when we had the opportunity to cut the ribbon on the David Raines school-based health clinic at Russian Middle School. Now, it followed the ribbon cutting at Bossier High School, marking the opening of 2 fully staffed medical clinics on those 2 school campuses.
These facilities are game-changing concepts for our students and schools and community as a whole. You may remember me saying back at the beginning of the school year, if we can just get students to come to school, that is a victory in of itself. Just come to school and we'll take care of the rest. And attendance is a huge issue. And by us providing medical care, health care on site, that alleviates one excuse that students have, where they can come to school, they can receive treatment, they can receive the health care that they need, so that maybe we can improve our attendance. That's not only an issue here in Bossier Parish, not only an issue in the state of Louisiana, but this is a nationwide chronic problem.
Yes. Helps with attendance and also, of course, student health outcomes. And of course, all of this is with parental permission. Students can be seen at the clinic when they don't feel well, rather than automatically, being sent home. And at Bossier High, get this, they are seeing on average up to 15 patients per day. So that's 75 students per week, many of whom are able to go back to class because they're, just going in for maybe a headache or something minor. As David Raines CEO Willie White explains, that's especially beneficial to parents who are unable to leave work, and for also those without a primary care physician.
And so the alternative is the emergency room, which is the last place you want people to go. It's the most expensive place. You're going to wait long. And so having primary care right here in the school for those children makes all the difference in the world, particularly in their health outcome. We've even diagnosed children who were undiagnosed with diabetes and other types of chronic illnesses that had never been diagnosed. And so by having us here, we're able to close that gap for those children and those parents and those families.
Sonia, not only is there a nurse practitioner that's able to prescribe medication and give routine immunizations, but also mental health services are available for the students at both of these sites. And so we're very blessed to be able to have this, offer this, and to provide this type of health care, whether it be from illness or also other issues that our students incur. And so just a blessing to have these two units at Bossier High and Russian.
Another service that they can offer is student sports physicals, which has been, very advantageous. Students can actually go there to the clinics and get those sports physicals, which has actually enabled some students to participate in sports that in the past have just had to sit on the sidelines because they didn't have access to, go to a primary care physician to get those.
Many of our viewers may be saying, well, what about the elementary schools? What are we doing for elementary schools? And so we've created some neat concepts there where we have mobile units that serve 4 of our elementary schools that are what we consider to be in medical deserts: Bossier Elementary, Kerr Elementary, Waller Elementary, and of course Central Park. And so these 4 schools, they rotate throughout the week. There's a mobile unit that'll pull up into the bus lane. We have all the electrical connections that are set for them, and then they can see students as well on a rotational basis. No doubt having healthy students in our schools gets them back in class, and it increases our opportunity for them to be educated to the level that we desire.
Yeah, it is a win all the way around,
No
hands
doubt.
down. Well, you know, our seniors are now out of class, and of course, they're eagerly eyeing graduation this weekend. Yes, it is just days away.
They've enjoyed senior marches, picked up caps and gowns, and returned to their elementary schools for where they are walking the halls for one final time. We captured some of the fun for you as these senior classes across the district took their ceremonial stroll through the halls of Bossier Schools one last time.
Congratulations. All right, bye. Charles! Yay!
I'm going to move to Baton Rouge to attend Southern University, and I want to get my master's in biology. Girl, live your life to the fullest, cause it's gonna come by fast.
Everything ready for going to University of Louisiana at Monroe. Well, I plan on attending their school of pharmacy there, and then graduating that as a pharmacist, so going out in the world doing what my parents do for a living. And it's been great. I've loved the teachers. I've always had great teachers. They've always been able to do what they do, and they love what they do, and they transfer that love to the students.
Here, you're finished!
Woo!
So how does it feel?
It feels so exciting. It's an overwhelming sense of emotion. You know, I'm happy, but I'm sad to leave everyone. But it's a new chapter. So I'm going to NSU for pediatric nursing. So I originally was from Caddo, and so like coming here, you got a new sense of like belonging. You know, you kind of got to group in, and like everyone was so nice and so sweet. And all the teachers, I love them. They helped me get through this.
So I plan on going to Louisiana Tech to major in nursing. It's to be like my undergrad to go be a PA. And then I'm going to go to ULL Lafayette to major in kinesiology to pursue in occupational therapy. Get involved. And so that's my advice. My advice would be don't follow the crowd. Yeah. Be your own person, be your leader. Auburn University.
I'm going to LSUS. I'm going to Northwest Technical Community College. And I'm going to be an electrician. And I'm going to UL Monroe.
And I'm going to Louisiana State University.
The Freeport Fire Department.
I'm going to Louisiana State University.
I'm going to the University of Lafayette. Go Raging Cajuns. And I'm going to Louisiana Tech University. Go Dogs!
And I'm going to ULM. And I'm going to Lyman School.
I'm going to LSUS to be a pediatrician. I'm going to LA Tech and I want to be a nurse. I'm going to Louisiana Tech. Go Dogs!
And I'm going to the University of Lafayette. Go Cajuns!
I'm going to New York. Woo Pig!
I'm going to LSU. Go Tigers! Go Yellow Jackets. I'm going to Murray State. Go Aggies. I'm going to LSU.
Southern University. Go Jags! I'm going to Northwestern State University.
I'm going to LSU.
I'm going to Louisiana Tech.
And I'm going to LSU.
I'm going to SAU. Go Mule Riders.
Well, here's a look at the graduation schedule. You know, the Plain Dealing Lions are going to be kicking things off for us at 6 p.m. Friday, May 16th. They're at Plain Dealing High School. All the rest of the commencement ceremonies will be held at Brookshire Grocery Arena in Bossier City.
We'll start at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning with Airline High School on May 17th. Parkway's graduation will immediately follow at 11. Then there's Bossier High at 12:30, Benton High at 2 o'clock, and Houghton High School will wrap up the commencement ceremonies with theirs at 4 p.m. Again, May 17, Brookshire's Grocery Arena.
Now, just a reminder, Brookshire Grocery Arena does not allow balloons, noisemakers, banners, or umbrellas unless it's raining. Also, totes must be clear and no larger than 12 by 6 by 12. And small purses, clutches, and wallets that aren't clear can be no larger than 6 inches by 9 inches.
You know, we want to congratulate all of our seniors, and I'll say to our parents out there, this is not the end.
That's right.
In fact, this is the beginning for many of our students and what we have invested in them, and so hopefully they can be assets to culture, community, to society as they go forward. So this is the beginning of their next journey, wherever that takes them.
Absolutely, and we are so excited about where all they were going. We had the chance to visit with some of our graduates, soon-to-be graduates, just yesterday, and just hearing of all the different colleges they're going to, or you know, they're going to be electricians, and just some of the different aspirations. I tell you what, our future is in good hands.
No doubt, no doubt.
Well, you know, our seniors aren't the only ones graduating. A special ceremony was held during the May 1st school board meeting to recognize employees that finished the paraprofessional to teacher program. It's our school to work pipeline program through Reach University, and we're thrilled to welcome them as new teachers next school year. And we just want to congratulate them for stepping into the classroom and, you know, what we consider the most noble profession of them all.
You know, education is the foundation of all other professions. And so we want to, again, a huge congratulations to them. While we're on a roll, let's dole out a few superintendent shout-outs. I want to congratulate these 26 future healthcare heroes. They completed the rigorous CNN certification requirements after spending the past year gaining knowledge and applying it through hands-on experience during clinical rotations. They have their Louisiana certification test and participated in a CNA pinning ceremony at Bipstal, marking a huge step toward their future careers.
Yes. We also had the pleasure of surprising our final Gold Star winner of the school year, Houghton High's Kyle Washington. You know, he's worn many hats over his 9 years with the Bucks. He's currently the assistant wrestling coach and a special education paraprofessional who makes it his mission to foster an inclusive environment for the students in his care. He recently caught others' attention when the Special Olympics Games were held for the first time at Houghton High, and Coach Washington is credited with making it a huge success. He truly upped the game by pairing every participant with a high school buddy and organizing and motivating a Houghton High student cheering section. Speech pathologist Alice Lyle said he instilled a spirit of enthusiasm and unwavering support, ensuring that every athlete felt celebrated and valued. We want to congratulate Coach Kyle Washington on being awarded the Gold Star, and also take the opportunity to thank Bossier Federal Credit Union for sponsoring our employee recognition program since its inception 12 years ago.
You know, the celebrations are in abundance here around Bossier Schools, and so we had a great time bringing together our All-Stars at the Celebration of Excellence Banquet. Now, this is a very unique night in Bossier Schools, where at the end of the year, this is the culminating event where we recognize and celebrate all the fantastic employees, students, all just incredible event for all of us. This is sponsored by our friends at Bonvenue Bank. Our Students of the Year were presented trophies, and Bonvenue Bank President and CEO Jason Smith surprised our district winners with iPads. We also applauded Louisiana Assistant Principal of the Year, Mr. Rick Bryant, as well as our district teachers, new teachers, principals, and outstanding school support personnel of the year. Then we capped off the evening by surprising Maintenance Director Stacy Rogier with the Betty McCauley Spirit of Excellence Award. Stacy and his team have overseen a number of large-scale projects throughout the year. We have put a tremendous amount on them, from everything from working on the David Rain school-based health clinics at Bossier High and Russian, the transmission of a old warehouse into the Benton Gym restored to the old gym is what we call it now, which is an office space for 3 different critical departments within our system. Also, he's taken on the massive project of the John McConaughey Academic Complex, revitalizing one of the administration buildings to where we've been able to transition most of our special education department there. And all of that in addition to managing, maintaining more than 40 different campuses and sites around Bossier Parish. No matter what is asked of Mr. Roger, his answer always back to me is, we'll get it done. And I can't think of a better person who embodies the spirit of excellence more than our maintenance director, Mr. Stacy Roger.
Completely agree. I don't know how he's able to juggle everything that he does, but as you said, he gets it done.
A lot of long days.
Yes, for
sure.
sure.
A lot of long days.
Weekends and holidays as well.
Up early and at home very, very late.
Yes. Well, on that note, it is a wrap of this season's On the Record with Bossier Schools.
We'll crank back up in July, and Sonia and I just might have something special to share with you in July. So stay tuned, look forward to that. Look, if you haven't done so, subscribe up to the channel. We want you to be a part of the OTR family. Every time a notification, an episode drops, you'll receive a notification. So please do that. And we look forward to an exciting season 4 of On the Record with Bossier Schools. Until then, you're up to date.
Have a great summer.
This has been a Bossier Schools production. Join us next time when we go On the Record with Bossier Schools.